Girl, you know you. Baddest in the building, ain't fucking with you.
What up, man? It's your boy Big Son FHOHNIC, man. I'm out here in Ohio for the Pittsburgh Gentleman Race Day. And I brought you guys a brief glimpse of GMS Racing, Mr. Greg DAHL. We talked about his girlfriend in that video briefly. But guess what? Today I'm in her presence. I get to meet her, sit down, talk to her. This is the fastest woman in the world on a bagger. A Harley Davidson. Is it a Harley Davidson bagger or just a bagger?
It's a super glide.
Super glide.
On a Harley Street Legal.
On a Harley Street Legal bike. The fastest woman. And beautiful too, y'all. Boy, yeah, you're gonna see. So we're gonna talk to her, man. Chop it up. Ask her, what got her into all of this and how do you do it? Because I'm not gonna be able to do it. That's too damn fast for me. But we're gonna see what Miss Stacy say. What's going on, Miss Lady?
Hey, how are you?
Introduce yourself.
I am Stacey Bortz.
Okay. The fastest woman in the world on a street legal Harley. First question: when did you know that racing was what you wanted to do?
Well, I always rode. Well, I rode for a few years, and I just kind of, started watching these guys race, and something I wanted to do, and the minute I tried it, I was hooked. So that was it.
So what gave you? I'm gonna say this term, the balls, or what gave you the guts to say I'm gonna try racing and get into it?
Just watching, how into it these guys were, and I knew if they could do it, I could do it. So.
So it's that woman. If they can do it, I can do it. Oh, okay.
I could do it better,
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
I was teaching a couple of these guys here today how to race, and she said, if those guys can do it, so can I.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can do
So
that.
how long you been doing it now?
About 8 years now.
8 years.
8 years, yeah, racing.
For a female in a male-dominated sport, is it really competitive for you, or is it?
It is. It's more mental because, at first it took a while, and men didn't want to be beat by a woman, and there were some mind games. But now it's all about who can lay down the best pass. Because I'm a good racer, and I don't mind when people at first don't give me the credit that I deserve, but they do.
So it started off. Basically, what you're saying, it started off man versus woman, then it went to she really just can ride.
Yeah. Now
so it went to the
I'm
bike,
a
from the man
racer.
to the woman to the bike.
Absolutely. It's really not about that anymore.
Okay. So when you go places and people see you walking around like now, very beautiful, then when you put on all your apparel to get on the track, do you change into like a superhero?
I guess it's kind of funny. We always talk about my alter ego because I have to be like, you have to get yourself in the zone. So in a way, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been scared?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to be scared all the time, and there are times when it's still very scary. My bike's a handful. So last night it left on the back wheel at a test session, and went towards the wall, and you have to be on your game, but it's a lot of fun.
From racing to riding on a regular, everyday basis, is there a big difference? I mean, do you almost have to remember, okay, this is just a regular bike? Or do you ride on a regular?
Yeah, I do, but I learned to race on my bike that is my street bike now, so it's a 10-second super glide. So I still catch myself, trying to launch at a red light or a green light.
I can imagine sitting at a light like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
It's made me a better rider, though. I actually have more fun now riding since I've been racing.
Would you encourage more women to get into the sport?
Absolutely. I tell women all the time that it's something that you can definitely do. Don't let anybody tell you can't.
Yeah.
Especially if you like to ride, try it. Actually, I like to race more than I like to ride these days because I feel safer on the track than I do with everyone texting.
And that's kind of an oxymoron. Safer on the track than just regular riding?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you hear so many accidents and people aren't paying attention to you, and
I guess because on the track, you know exactly what you're here to do.
Absolutely.
Everybody, okay.
We're into the performance end of it.
Target.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we ride as much as we can.
What is it for you that just really motivates you? I mean, is it the speed? Is it the fact that I'm a female doing it, or
combination? I think honestly, I always tell him I never knew how determined I was, and it's made me a better, I guess, person in general. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you, how to block everything out of your mind. It's kind of, in a weird way, it's like the only way to shut your mind down for a few seconds. It's just you and the machine. So I like every aspect of it. I like the power. I like the fun, the fear. I like all of it.
What has there ever been a time where you just been totally disappointed by either the bike or your skills or?
Yeah, I've had a rough year this year. I've had a rough year. We've had some issues we've been chasing. It's one thing after another, and I know I'm a good rider, and I couldn't get it down the racetrack, and so it's frustrating. It's definitely a mindset where you have to still believe that you can do it. And it's we're actually still struggling with that right now, but hopefully we'll run good today and
it's no different than when you watch the big boys running them funny cars and stuff on TV that haven't qualified or haven't won a round in 3-4 years. You know, they go through the same thing. These bikes are on the ragged edge of what you can do with a motorcycle with a Harley engine on it. And the closer you get to the edge, the harder it is to make them get on the racetrack every time. So it's just one of those years we're developing this new fuel injection system. We busted up a bunch of trannies.
Is that the one we talked about on the last video? Okay, so you got it. You got it.
It's on 3 of these bikes here today.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about that. Stacy, how do you juggle your regular life with the motorcycle life, the racing life? Do you have a regular job? Are you a regular female?
I'm a regular person. Yeah, I'm actually an insurance agent, which is kind of funny. But we have an all-female agency in Pennsylvania called Summit Insurance, and I work really hard so that we can do this and travel and race and have a life.
So a regular female that turns into a superhero. So. What is the hardest part of it, though? Really, what is it? What is the hardest part of being you? What is the hardest part?
Hardest part, probably just I don't know. I guess lately, just not getting the results you want. I mean, I love to race. It's a lot of fun, but it's not easy. It's not always fun. At the end of the year, we'll look back and be satisfied, but sometimes we leave here dejected and upset, and it's just a matter of keeping your head in check and remembering why you're doing this. So that's probably the hardest part, is just failure with the machine.
When you meet other women, do you encourage them to I mean, how would you even get somebody to even start racing? What would you say? Come on, just get on my bike and ride.
Try it. I mean, it's you don't want to start at the level we're at. I mean, I started on a 114-inch Super Glide, and that was probably too fast to learn to race on. But I always tell people, if you have street bike ladies that say to me that I want to do this, I tell them to try it. I mean, I'm not encouraging them to go out and go 150 like they, right off the bat. Yeah. But if it's something you want to do, try it and do it, because that's all I did. It's just a matter of determination and sticking with it. And believe me, it was 3-4 years of pass after pass after pass and practice and failures and mistakes just to get comfortable doing it. So it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. And
is it an ongoing study? Do you constantly have to study technology, parts?
For me, not so much. I like to just get on a ride and let the technology up to these guys.
They're the expert right there.
But you constantly, working on yourself and getting better. You never really get good at racing and settle down. I mean, it's always, progress, and that's what I like about it, just to make myself better and compete with my own bests and records, or other people, help when it's competitive. It gives you the drive to win, but really you're racing yourself, because you have days where you're on it and you have days when you're not. So
do you have to keep a certain weight class or a certain weight, or do you eat? You have a special diet, a racing diet, or?
Not really. I just try to stay fit and strong so I can, move my bike around, and actually have better reflexes. But not really. I mean, our class, we don't have to.
We don't have a weight limit, so everybody tries to stay as light as they can.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but there are some classes that have weight limits?
Yeah. Okay. In AMRA, there's classes like Pro Modified and Pro Fuel, which is carbureted dragsters.
Yeah.
They have to have a minimum weight.
Okay.
And in classes like that with wheelie bars, it evens out the field, because a heavier guy can still be competitive with a jockey.
Okay.
But in street racing, there's no weight limits.
Okay.
Everything's light as you can get.
Run with your bro.
Yep.
That's it right there. So, fastest female, beautiful, or your mother, or no? Regular job, and just doing what you do. I mean, it's just amazing, I guess. What about the days when, let's just say, is there off season or on season?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much race from March to October. So during the winter, it's when we'll rebuild or make some changes.
Have you ever said this is too expensive?
Every day. But it's worth it. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people got bass boats and hunting cabins, and they use them once a year, and they got way more money in it than we got in this.
Yeah.
We get to go almost every weekend. So it's all about what you're going to do, you know.
Yeah. We always, look for advertising partners where we get a lot of attention for being fast bikes. So
Does that help a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working, for people to put their name on their bikes or whatever. If they're in the right niche market, it's good for them.
Well, there it is there. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stacy, again, one of the fastest female documented on a street legal Harley Davidson. And you always mention with no wheelie bars. Why do you say that? What does that mean? What is the meat of no wheelie bars?
In motorcycle racing in general, a bike with a slick and a wheelie bar is like a dragster. It's like a drag racing machine.
Okay.
In the last few years, street tire, no wheelie bar drag racing has got very popular.
Okay.
And so they're generally called street bikes. No wheelie bar, street tire. We're limited to 70-inch wheelbase, just like the Busa guys in their street racing class.
Okay.
And they're called street bikes. That's what they are. And in reality, all we'd have to do is wire up the headlight and hang a plate on there. That bike will pass inspection. You can drive down the road.
Wow.
At our American Motorcycle Racing Association events, we have to start these bikes up, ride them to the starting line, and then go down to the end. After the pass, we have to ride them back to our pit. That's the rules. You got to be able to ride them a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're street bike like the one you get on and ride all over the country on, but they can be streetable with just a few things.
Okay.
And the challenge is riding one of these things. I mean, we're making as much power as Pro Gas, or actually more power than Pro Gas, which are the fastest gas Harleys.
Okay.
We're making more power than they are, and we're running on that little radial tire with no wheelie bar. It's like riding a CR250 on nitro. It's a
whatever that is. I don't even know what a CR250
dirt bike.
is.
It's like riding a dirt bike on nitro. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Miss Stacy, we can't wait to see you run today. We hope you achieve your goal. What is your goal for today? What is your goal?
My goal is to get down the racetrack today. That bike has 870s in it. We're working on a new motor right now, but this will probably be our last outing with this motor, and I want to see it run well. So hopefully 870s.
870s. 870s, 880. That sounds fast. I'm not sure, but that sounds fast.
That's about 150, 155 mile an hour.
And a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Good Lord, have mercy. Let me ask you one last question. Do you like to race only your class, or you like to race the big mouth sport bike, the regular Busa riders or whatever?
Well, normally when we race, it's only against the outlaw bikes, but if we test or go to, Pittsburgh, I'll run anybody. It's fun to run, sport bikes too, just because they don't think a Harley can go that fast.
Yeah.
I don't like to race cars, but other than that.
Okay. One last, if you could leave anybody, female, male, or whatever, watching this video with one thing, what would it be?
Oh boy. I don't know. Really, I think people need to pay more attention to this type of drag racing and support the sport, because it's really awesome to see and to do and to watch. And for those who have Harleys and want to come out and run one, come to the AMRA and run in one of our classes. It's something that, drag racing's sort of dying off, and I can't understand why. It's so
Go to your local drag strip and check out the motorcycle scene and hang with the Harley guys. And, go to the drag strip, man. That's where it's at. There's no bullshit on the drag strip. When the green light flashes, it's over.
We're not riding a bike night, come out and see what your bike will do. It's, it's a lot of fun.
Well, there it is there, ladies and gentlemen. Up close and personal with GMS Racing, Mr. Greg Dahl, Miss Stacy. And y'all just stay tuned, man. We're gonna get that 880, the 870, the 880 she's asking for. We're gonna get that. Greg, what's your prediction for today?
If I can get the thing down there and we got a good surface with the weather we have, I think I could probably run a 860 to 870 today. It'd probably be 155 to 160.
There it is there. Y'all stay tuned. It's your boy Big CLFHOHNIC, man. Love y'all. Here it is.
Baddest in the building, baddest in the building.
She lifted right at the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, that's just a